Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Can We Talk about your WordPress projects? I just feel like I should say that in a Brooklyn accent. I'm not really sure why. But this is where I'm going to help you with all things project management related to WordPress projects. And I know you're super busy and you don't have time for a big long video, so these are going to be short little snippets with information that you can use right away. So in the next few episodes, I'm going to cover the standard plans and processes that you need to have in place if you or your agency wants to have a good, solid project management approach for your WordPress projects. So today, let's start with acceptance management. Now, acceptance means the same thing as approval, almost. Here's how it's different. We define the criteria for acceptance or approval up front at the beginning of the project for all deliverables and the final project. That means that when it comes time for approval or acceptance, then there's a checklist, pretty much a checklist of those criteria that you decided on with the client up front. And if the deliverable or the project meets all that criteria, then it needs to be accepted. It has to be accepted. And we have wording in the contract that states that. They might not approve of a little something, but it doesn't matter whether they approve of it. They have to accept it by the acceptance management plan. Now let me explain the elements of a good acceptance management plan. First, it specifies who is responsible for acceptance of the deliverables and who's responsible for acceptance of the project. Now, you may not know that for your standard plan, but you can leave a blank to fill in the client name for each time you put this plan in your proposal, and that's where it really needs to go. The second element is that it clearly spells out what the turnaround time is for acceptance. And then it should spell out what happens if that turnaround time is not met. It should specify what is rejection with cause and what is rejection without cause. And let me explain. Rejection with cause, an example of that would be if there was a requirement that the fonts and colors on the website all match the branding that's in their printed materials. And let's say you forgot to do that. It's similar, but it's not exactly the same. And the client notices and they refuse to accept the deliverable because of that. That's okay. That's rejection with cause. But if everything meets up with what they originally planned, but they've decided they don't really like that blue color and they'd like to change it, that's rejection without cause. And it can't happen if you have a good acceptance management plan in your contract. Now, once you've got your standard plan written that you include in your contract or your proposal, then each time you submit that to a client, you need to update it with the list of all the deliverables that are going to require acceptance and what is the acceptance criteria for that deliverable up front. Now, you might not do all of that in the proposal. I use a two-step proposal process where the proposal is very high level with maybe 1 or 2 criteria on the acceptance stuff. And then we drill down during the first phase and get all the detail, and that's where we actually define the rest of the criteria. But it's way before we do any development. So that's a quick little overview of acceptance management plans, why you need one, and how it's going to help you going forward. So if you're interested in learning more about how to manage WordPress projects, unfortunately the doors to our course, the Complete Project Management Roadmap for WordPress, are closed right now. But the good news is I'm modifying that a little bit to offer a free access to a lot of the basic project management training, and it's going to be called the WordPress Project Managers Academy. It's going to be a free membership. All you have to do is sign up. Now, if you want to stay informed about when I've got that ready and ready for release so that you can join, all you have to do is go to wproadmaps.com/WPPMA, WordPress Project Manager Academy. And there's a sign-up form that'll just put you on my email list. I also have some freebies on my site that you might find interesting. All of that will get you on my email list, and then you'll be sure to be notified when the membership site goes live, hopefully in the next few weeks. Thanks for watching, and until the next episode, stay productive, stay strong, and I'll see you soon.